All right, so I'm pretty sure that you guys already knew about what happened with Terra Luna and also what happened with UST. Okay, I already made a couple of videos about what actually happened. If you are interested, you can check out my other video, which is how stable coins are not exactly stable and how the UST basically depack. I uploaded it last week on Saturday as well. If you're interested, watch that video first. So today we're going to be talking more about regulations around all this cryptocurrency. Okay, so let's just have a bit of a conversation about why a lot of regulation is finally getting back into cryptocurrency again. Okay, at the start of cryptocurrency, basically people are saying no to regulation. We do not want anyone to come in. Okay, it's supposed to be decentralized finance. We do not want any sort of a centralized finance coming in. We do not want any sort of centralized regulation coming in. We do not want anything centralized. Everything must be decentralized, hence DeFi. So pretty cool, okay? If you want to play in the Wild Wild West, you gotta play by the rules of the Wild Wild West. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so since that is to be the case, obviously, with what happened with Terra Luna, okay, an algorithmic stable coin, okay, a lot of people are now starting to say that oh, this is the reason why we need regulation in the market, and people who are losing a lot of money or who have lost a lot of money are saying that yeah, cryptocurrency definitely needs some form of a regulation. And here I am thinking that I've been saying that cryptocurrency needs regulation for about a year now, and a lot of people are saying that oh, nah, we do not need any sort of regulation, because if you have regulation, is it truly decentralized finance? And I think that because ultimately, if we want to treat cryptocurrency as a form of asset for us to invest into, for us to really play with, or for us to trade with, or for us to basically just deal with the asset as a whole, there needs to be some form of a regulation around it. Okay, so of course, right now, due to the whole Terra Luna going down below 1,000%, a lot of people are thinking that oh, you should go through with the FDIC insurance, especially with what Vitalik Buterin, which is also the founder of Ethereum, saying that yeah, basically what Do Kwon, the Terraform Labs people, should what they should have done was not bail out the rich people and actually bail out all the people who have smaller wallets and let the rich people just basically get a full brunt of it. And of course, I do expect that to be, correct to a certain extent. I'm not saying that what Vitalik is saying is wrong, because I do believe the whole FDIC insurance on the whole entire aspect of um, investment instruments usually have that standard, which is, for example, if you go to the bank and you invested $100,000, if the bank go bust, you're still gonna be assured up to $75,000 if you're in Singapore, for example. If you're in the United States, it's up to $350,000. So yeah, pretty cool, pretty cool. Okay, for FDIC insurance and such. Okay, so they are saying that this sort of regulation should go into cryptocurrency as well. But that is not definitely not going to be the case, because let's not forget, if you want it to be completely decentralized, okay, no one is going to be doing this kind of insurance, especially for an FDIC insurance style, for people to rug pull the entire market. Okay, we're not going to be expecting any sort of regulation to be happening in Terra Luna, even if it was centralized to begin with. Because if it was centralized to begin with, okay, we're not going to be seeing Luna go up to $120. It's not going to go up to $80. It's not even going to go up to $50. Okay, and it's true. It's true. It's true that Terra Luna most likely will not even go down to 1,000%. Okay, it will not go down to a tenth of a cent. Basically, Terra Luna might possibly just be floating about $2 all the way to $10. Okay, that's what regulation does. Okay, you have to also take into consideration for the people who are assuring or insuring your asset as well. Okay, for example, if I'm the one who's doing most of the insurance for your assets, for example, okay, and you are telling me that you bought into Luna and you want me to assure you that, if you go bust, I am still going to pay you out. Okay. So what is it in for me? Okay. So at that point of time, you cannot be paying the insurer or the assurance, the insurer, in terms of tokens, because chances are I wouldn't want tokens, because in the case where the whole entire token go bust, I need fiat currency to pay people out. Okay, so in order for you to do so, you have to pay me fiat currency, basically, for it to be worth my cost to protect you. And that's why a lot of regulation talks is actually out in the air, saying that maybe what cryptocurrency needed all along is what Gary Gensler has been asking for all along, which is some form of a regulation. Okay, but it's the same thing, because Janet Yellen also came out to talk about how stable coins are going to be even harder to peg to the dollar. Why? Because the government is also coming out with their own stable coins. The government themselves, the Federal Reserve, are possibly going to be coming out with their own stablecoin as well. And even Jerome Powell himself has actually stated on multiple occasions that he is also interested in seeing the potential of a proper government-owned stablecoins to be out in the future. And if that were to happen, and we most likely would like to wish that that would be pegged to the dollar, I would have a lot more faith in that being pegged to the dollar as compared to anything else. But I'm just not sure if it's actually even worth me holding on to those stable coins, simply because, chances are you're not going to be giving us Anchor Protocol 20% interest year over year, are we? So if that's not going to be the case, maybe the death of stable coins is actually here. And I just want to say that, I truly feel sorry for the people who lost a lot of money. I know of people who lost $1,000. I know of people who lost $20,000. And know someone who I actually know who lost $750,000 from investing in Luna. Okay, and I truly am sorry for you guys. But for you guys to just be shouting for more regulation to be, be in the sphere after you guys are getting burned, I just don't think that that's going to be the right way. I don't think that that's going to be the right approach for us to really go into doing this whole entire thing as well. I do think, however, instead of us trying to ask for regulation after us getting burned, in exchange, it's more likely that well, first things first, try not to put all your eggs into one basket, which I'm very, very happy for. The $750,000 loss on the Luna, my friend. He diversified a lot of his assets, and he did not lose all his money. $750,000 was about, I think, 40% of his whole entire net worth. It is a huge hit to him, nevertheless, but at least he did diversify. Unlike some of the stories that I've heard on Reddit and some of the stories I heard on Twitter, where people basically mortgage their house, they loan money from banks, use their house as collateral, and went all in on Terra Luna just so that they can do the UST Anchor Protocol for a 20% interest year over year. And this basically taught us all a lesson that diversification is very, very important. Okay, like a lot of time I find myself that I diversify too much, and then I come back down to consolidate all my position back to like a solid 7 to 10 positions, and then slowly I just find myself diversifying again, back to about 80 different assets, and then consolidating them back again. And these are one of those times that I feel that diversifying is not that big of a mistake. Okay, it's true that I might not get the biggest gains out of them all, but I'm not going to get destroyed or completely wiped out when something like this happens. And I'm going to tell you right now, and I know that not a lot of people are going to say this out loud with hindsight. I'm going to tell you guys right now, with hindsight, okay, before Luna was going to go down, I even thought that Luna was so good as an asset, and I was planning to put more into Luna. Okay, and when I put money into Luna, I did not really care about the cost basis. I was actually just going to put in a little bit more money into Luna, completely just blind. I don't care how much is it. I'm just going to put more because I believe in Luna. And, in hindsight, of course, that's going to be a terrible idea. And I'm just gonna be very, very, factual, truthful to you guys. I know that not a lot of people are gonna be truthful about it. I did think that greed basically blinded me for a moment, and I really wanted to put more into Luna. Thankfully, I didn't. So yeah, maybe I was just one of the lucky ones. But even then, I still lost about $2,000 from Luna. I know that is not really that big of a figure for a lot of people, and for some people, it's considerably quite a big figure as well. So nevertheless, that's kind of where I am at for Terra Luna, and I hope that we can actually put this behind us. I'm not sure how much people are still suffering from this whole situation, because ultimately it hasn't been even a week. Well, yeah, it has almost been a week since the whole Terra Luna situation. And I know it's tough. Okay, I know it's tough, and I don't want to downplay it, because I've heard of suicide stories, and yeah, I don't want to go there. I don't want to do any sort of trigger warning stories for you guys either. So yeah, it's tough. It's tough. But today we're talking about regulation for cryptocurrency as a whole. And I sincerely hope that people are going to be more open to actual regulation for cryptocurrency sphere. Okay. As much as it's going to be hurting the cryptocurrency entire $1 trillion market inside. Well, I don't think it's a 1 trillion. Oh yeah, it is 1 trillion, about $1 trillion in market cap for the whole entire cryptocurrency market. It's most likely going to be affecting the entire market even more when when regulation comes. But do understand that these regulations are going to be kept in order for us to have safer grounds for some people. And of course, if you're watching this and you're from Singapore, MAS is not even saying that cryptocurrency is worth for you guys to invest into, because it's not safe. Okay, and clearly after this whole Terra Luna situation, they clearly have a very strong chip on their shoulder to say that I told you guys so. For those who lost your money, I'm so sorry for you guys, but too bad. We're not going to help you guys, because we already told you guys in advance that cryptocurrency is not safe. MAS do not approve of any sort of trading in cryptocurrency, and just do so at your own risk. So yeah, I do think that regulation definitely needs to be coming very, very soon. I'm not sure what Gary Gensler intend to do. I'm not sure what Janet Yellen intend to do with the stablecoin side of things. So yeah, I do think that regulation most likely will be coming in the next year or maybe 2 years. Seeing how the Fed's stablecoin might be coming out in the next year or so. I'm not sure how Gary Gensler is going to be moving into a regulation. And I might actually make another video discussing more about the regulation side of things, on suggestions of what Gary Gensler can do for the regulation for cryptocurrency as a whole. But anyway, that's all I have for today's news. Well, not news, for today's video. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys